Hey Wilderness Campers, Jim with Columbus Parks and Rec. We are here at our Blackwell Pollinator Park. If you don't know where it's at, it's out by Parkside Elementary, north of the soccer fields. It's got a nice walking trail that goes through it. It's got some educational signage about what is pollinators, what kind of pollinator plants we have in Indiana. There's butterfly information, bird information. It's just a really cool place to come and hang out. Today for our wilderness camp, we are going to talk about animal tracks, and we're also going to talk about being a outdoor and a nature detective. And so to do that, we're going to read the book Big Tracks, Little Tracks, Following Animal Prints by Millicent Selsema and Marlene Hill Donnelly. What happened, a detective says. Who was here? Where did he go? As a detective has many ways to find out. One way is to look for the marks someone or something had made. Fingerprints, footprints, the tracks made by bike tires. Sometimes a detective finds hair, a button, a piece of torn clothing. All these things are clues. They help a detective answer these questions. What happened? Who was here? Where did he go? You can be a detective too, a special kind of detective, a nature detective. Nature detectives finds tracks and clues that answer these questions. What animal walked here? Where did it go? What did it do? What did it eat? Where does a nature detective look for clues? Almost anywhere. In a backyard, in the woods, in a city park, like Blackwell Pollinator Park. You can find tracks in many places, in mud, in snow, in sand, in dust, even on the sidewalk or the floor. Wet feet or muddy feet, paws, can make tracks anywhere. See little paws down here? Oh. So, here's a problem for you as a nature detective. Here is a cat, and here is a dog. Here is a dish for the cat with milk in it. Here is a dish for the dog. The cat's dish has milk in it. The dog's dish has meat in it. Who drank the milk? Who ate the meat? Look at the tracks and see. So I'm going to show you this page real quick, but you see tracks over here, and you got paw prints with claws, and you got tracks over here, and paw prints without claws. So look at the tracks that go to the cat's dish. They were made by an animal that walks on 4 feet. And you can see the claw marks in front of the toe marks. A cat has 4 feet with sharp claws, but so does a dog. So who went to the cat's dish? We still don't know. Let's look for more clues. Now look at the other tracks that go to the dog's dish. Did you ever watch a cat walk? A cat walks on 4 feet also. But the tracks of his hind feet fall exactly in the tracks of his front feet. So his feet are one behind another in one line. They look like footprints of an animal with only 2 feet. A cat pulls his claws in when he walks, so he does not leave claw marks. So let's look at these again, okay? A dog leaves claw marks. You've got claw marks going to the cat dish. A cat doesn't leave claw marks. And you've got paw prints without claw marks going to the dog's dish. So who do you think went and ate each? Now, do you know who drank the milk? The dog. And who ate the cat or the dog food? The cat. The footprints of a fox are in a single line, like a cat's. Remember, a cat steps into its each feet? Okay. But they have claws like a dog. What kind of footprints does a rabbit make? You can see a rabbit has little front paws and big hind feet. The little front paws will make little paw prints. The big hind feet will make big tracks. So up here is the fox claws. Remember, it leaves paw prints like a cat, but claw marks like a dog. And a rabbit has big hind feet and little front feet. Now here's another problem for a nature detective. Who went lickety-split across the snow? A rabbit, of course, but which way did he go? Did he go to the tree or did he go away from the tree? It looks like if he went towards the tree, doesn't it? So you see right over here, his paw prints, but we're gonna find out which way he went. You can see the marks of the front paws ahead of the big hind feet. But do you know how a rabbit jumps? Look at that. When a rabbit jumps, he puts his big hind feet ahead of his front paws. So what happened here on a snowy day? You can see the rabbit tracks in the snow. You knew which way he's going. All at once, the rabbit tracks are far apart. That means the rabbit began to take really big jumps. He was in a hurry, but why? Did you see the tracks coming out of the woods? Those footprints have claw marks like a dog, but they're in a single line like a cat. Who could have made those tracks? There's only one answer. So you see the rabbit tracks on the bottom, and they're running this way. And then you see the claw marks in a straight line on the top. And what kind of animal do you think that is? Oh wait, I got a secret. Look at the little rabbit in the hole. A fox. Now you know why the rabbit was in a hurry. Did the fox catch the rabbit? Look again on page 17 where we just were. And you remember the rabbit was in the hole. So the rabbit got away from the fox. There are big hoof prints in the mud near the river. And there are little hoof prints too. Who was here? So you see the big hoof prints and the little hoof prints. It was a mother deer and her baby fawn. They came to the river for a drink. Somebody sat down on the muddy river. Who do you think that was? And somebody made the track that goes right into the river. You'll see here a big round belly and feet with web. And then you'll see over here a slithering print. Who do you think the slithering print is? A bullfrog came out of the river. He sat on a muddy bank. And only a snake could leave a track like that. A snake came down the river and slithered into the water. So the snake and the frog. Here are more tracks in the mud near the river. And there is a little pile of empty shells too. They're crayfish shells. The tracks look like something like hands and feet of a baby. But look at those long claws. So here's the crayfish shells and the paws with long claws. A raccoon made those tracks. Raccoons like to catch crayfish and eat them. So now you know what happened. A raccoon had a dinner here last night. He found the crayfish in the river, he ate the crayfish, and he left the shells in a little pile. A nature detective can find many clues on a sandy beach. When you walk on the beach in the morning, look for seagull tracks. They can tell you which way the wind was blowing when those seagulls were there. Like airplanes, seagulls like to take off facing the wind. First, the gulls must run along to catch speed for takeoff. As they run, their toes dig deep into the sand. Here all the gulls' toe tracks are facing east, so you know that the wind came from the east this day. Tracks are good clues for a nature detective, but there are other clues too. A nature detective learns to look, listen, and smell. She can find clues in the backyard, in the woods, or any city park. Excuse me. So you see she's got a stinky face. Who do you think made that smell? Do you see down here in the corner? Yeah, she smells a skunk. So this is the end of the book. Do you know who made these tracks? Okay, so we had a cat and a dog and a rabbit and a fox and a frog, a snake, a raccoon, so I hope you all enjoyed the book. The next time you're down by the river, park, pond, your backyard, and you see tracks, take a look at it. Try to figure out who was there, what was he eating. And I'd also like to thank Cora Carter from Purdue Extension. She loaned this book to us for Wilderness Week. Have a great week, kids.